Well, let's move on to listener questions. Nick, who do we got? What do we got?
So first question we have is Zed Leplin's. I play quite a bit of Squad. Lately, the servers I've been playing on have been extremely toxic and have people that are breaking many conduct server rules, beyond the point of reporting every single one of them. Have you ever run into a game that you loved, but the community is so toxic that it's not worth playing? I seem to be getting to that point. If so, which game? On a brighter note, what are some games that the community is so good it doesn't even matter if the game is average? Thanks, you guys are awesome.
I have something right off the hip, and I think I've talked about it before. Insurgency Sandstorm. You still can't mute or block people in that game. So what will happen is people will just say the most heinous shit, and they know that there's no way for people to mute them. So of course they're very motivated to just be very like annoying. There's no punishment for them, even like social punishment, even like ignoring the person who's doing that. So they'll just be shouting the N-word, S-word. They'll dress themselves like racially horribly, and they'll hit buttons on your phone, and it'll just be so distracting. You're trying to play this pretty hardcore shooter, and these people are like anticing around you. And so Insurgency Sandstorm is a really good game, very addicting, so I uninstalled it for that reason. But I also uninstalled it because it just wasn't worth listening to these people talk, basically. That's like probably the worst that's ever been for me. Like every other game has some sort of mute or block button, or people just aren't that shitty. For the good community, I would say Mechabellum, which people have just really positive and just excited to play a strategy game, and like it's like fun and there's not a lot of immaturity. I don't know how they managed to do that, but every single match I've played of Mechabellum has been really positive. So yeah.
Believe it or not, Age of Empires 2 has one of the hardest and most devout communities that is super accepting, that if you try to get into the game, people will volunteer hours of their time to teach you the game, essentially, to the point where like you can play competitive. And it's very, very interesting how accepting they are. Like it's only like, I think it's like 80,000 people or like 100,000 people, but they're always like, anyone's welcome. Come in. As long as you're not an asshole, you're welcome. As long as you're not crazy, you're welcome. And yeah, they'll help you out. Just learn the game and kind of appreciate how the game works into like the point of like in a deeper level. As far as like negative communities, definitely Squad. I actually stopped playing Squad because some of the shit that was being saying. Like if you mute people as well, you can be punished for muting people because technically you're muting like your squad leader or whatever, and you're supposed to be listening to them. And you can be kicked for not listening to them. But I would say Call of Duty has been pretty toxic. Only in Warzone, though, because in like the actual ranked matches, most people just don't even talk anymore. Funny enough, the new generation of kids can't talk shit. They're really bad at it. Like it's really crazy. Like there's actually a video that I just watched about like online lobbies and stuff, and essentially like the new age of kids are so afraid of being recorded saying something bad that they refuse to talk shit. You suck at the game. Like they won't say anything like that because they're afraid of being recorded and being like it being used in the one way or another. We need
shit talking in game. I feel like good shit talking makes a good lobby. Like there's
a healthy amount of shit talking, banter, and bullying that needs to occur on the internet. But it's like a very sensitive line. Like there's like a healthy amount. It's definitely not 2009 levels, 2010 levels. That was a little crazy, but like 2014, 2013 was like a nice, even keeled time. In
like last year for you, Amanda.
On the internet.
Yeah, you could, and I know I'm springing this on you at the second, but answer this from your current state, not from anything you might be remembering as we've jogged your memory.
Well, to me, in 2015, I've played so much Call of Duty and can speak on that, especially Modern Warfare 2, and really got started with Modern Warfare 2 around 2009, and it was... in my entire life, the most toxic thing to deal with is the communities and stuff of 2009 Modern Warfare 2. So in response to that, it has gotten better. But I'm also thankful that there is an option to mute the whole lobby, because sometimes I just want to play and shoot and kill things and not interact with the lobby at all. That's probably going to be toxic, especially the moment I open my mouth. So muting it all is definitely the way to go about it. positive communities, I think a lot about Ark. Like there's two communities in the crafting survival I think of that are really impactful, and it's Ark and Rust. And one is negative and toxic, which is Rust, and then the other one I've seen be so helpful and wonderful and like really great people, and have built some really awesome friendships from that. And that was in Ark Survival Evolved.
I remember, I mean, it's an old game. I don't even know if it really qualifies anymore, but EVE Online, I was so lost. I had no idea what the hell was going on. And somebody just grabbed me and held my hand, and for no reason, spent like 3 hours on me. It was awesome, you know? And it wasn't an isolated incident, because I remember when we were covering that game, Bobby also had a very good, like introduction to it. You know, it's one of these games where like it's always kind of like on the brink of obscurity. And so I think they're either trying to get you into their space cult, or, you know, they just want to get the game and foster the community. I don't know how it's doing now, but it can't be fantastic. And then as far as toxic, like I've been playing a lot of TF2 lately, and there's toxicity, but it's definitely manageable. You know, like you can mute people that are being audibly toxic, and then in text, like, who cares? You know, as long as they're not spamming nonstop, like a macro. And it's kind of cute in TF2. It's not as bad as all these other games that I've played, the real bad ones, you know, like Counter-Strike at its height and stuff like that.